Hello, Pisces, and welcome to your July reading with me, Elizabeth. I hope that you're all doing really well. This is going to be a general reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. As always, never give up your power to a reading or to a reader. Use your own highest intuition. Take what resonates and leave the rest. If you're cross-watching, the messages may actually be for you. That's usually how it works. And for everyone, feel free to swap around the characters as you see fit. All of the decks will be listed in the description box below, along with the best way to contact me if you would like to inquire about a personal session. And also each month I do the videos in the order of most liked videos, so please hit the thumbs up. It does help my algorithms, but also it helps me to know that you enjoyed the messages and that you received them well. So let's get into your reading, Pisces. Let's call in the divine. Your cards are jumping. Okay, let's call in the divine with love and with light, and the archangels at the four corners of the world, and the six elements of earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether to help us guide my beautiful Pisces for the month of July. Thank you for your patience. Also, I know that I am late, so let's get into your reading, Pisces. So we're using Moonology manifestations because we are in Cancer season. So we'll get some lunar energies for you. New moon in Sagittarius. Beautiful. Focus on the positive. I love this. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius. And this is a new cycle. A new cycle of positivity. It's like law of attraction kind of energy. It's really being very intentional with your beliefs and your thoughts around how the world, things in the world are going, things in your life are going, where everything is headed. It's the ninth house of faith. You and Sagittarius have something in common, is that you share a ruler. So your ancient ruler before they discovered Neptune was Jupiter, and Sagittarius's ruler is Jupiter. So you both have that Jupiterian nature of expansion, beliefs, you know, all of the mysticism and all of that. So Sag is always a great sort of counterpart to the Piscean energy, fire and water. So this month, focus on the positive. It will lead you to wonderful, wonderful places. And at the bottom, we have the Sag-Gemini axis. Look at how spiritual and beautiful this is. I would love to sit there, wouldn't you? Clear your mind. So that's a message for some of you, you know, where maybe there has been a lot of sort of worry or contemplation or uncertainty, confusion, you know, whatever it is, things aren't so clear. And the best thing that you can do this month is focus on whatever is positive in your life, you know, to focus on those things and allow it to grow from there. So do not underestimate the power of your thoughts, your beliefs, and all of that, because they're powerful. So let's get you some more cards, my beautiful Pisces. So we have patience and planning, Seven of Pentacles there. Yes, having patience. This is a card of sort of reanalyzing, reassessing your plans, reassessing your time, your energy, the value of your time, the value of your energy, how much time you spend putting into things. These are like the seeds that you've planted and you've begun growing. It's showing where you have done a lot of work on something. You've put in a lot of time on something and now you're sort of waiting. So that's why the moon with this new moon is saying, look, there's a new cycle approaching. You know, you're coming to like the birth of a new energy. So focus on the positive, stay positive. Your patience is going to pay off. The planning that you've been doing is going to pay off. And look at that, Seven of Wands. So double sevens for you, 7 and 7, and maybe a lucky number for you. Standing your ground. So you can see where he has like a much higher vantage point here. This is a card of courage, nobility. What is worth fighting for? It's that kind of energy. What is my time and energy and effort worth? And what is worth the fight? So this is showing where you have a lot of strength, a lot of courage, a lot of conviction. It's that fire energy of new moon in Sagittarius. So fire and fire, standing your ground. Sometimes this is about having very clear boundaries with other people. Sometimes this is about saying no. If there's something that you're ready to say no to, you know, that may be something that you're feeling. It's standing up for yourself. And I want to show you the bottom of the deck. We get a chakra card, sacral chakra. So this is your second chakra of the emotions. We do have Mercury that's in Cancer right now, and we're in Cancer season. So this is about feeling and intuiting, and it's also about birthing. So I feel that there's something that you are in a process of birthing, creating. It's the energy of creativity and the feminine and the emotional realm and all of that. So emotions may be running high, or you're feeling extra intuitive inside of like your body. It's like you just kind of have it's that niggle that you get inside, that feeling that you get about something. So maybe this is where there are some forces maybe outside of yourself that are putting a wrench in some of your plans, or there's some resistance, there's, you know, some challenge, some obstacle. And this is where the moon is saying, focus on the positive, stay positive, positive mindset. And if you need to rework some things, if there are some things that need some adjusting, you can do that with the planning aspect and feel it in your feelings. I feel like this isn't a time to be super analytical for you. We'll see what comes out in the tarot. It's not a time for you to be super analytical. It's a time for you to trust what you feel. Your emotions have things to tell you, so really paying attention to your emotional realm. And underneath that is the Nine of Cups, so that's the wish fulfillment. So it's coming, and I think there's a part of you that like knows, like you know, that good things are going to happen. You know that there's going to be a positive outcome. So really standing up for that, you know, and maybe the standing your ground is just to like the voice of doubt in your head or the impatience, especially if this is something you've been working on for 7 months or 7 years. It could be like a 7-year cycle that you're moving through. So let's get you some tarot, my beautiful Pisces. And I love in the patience and planning card where it's like there's like sun. You know, the sun is there, so there's a nod to the sun and the seasons and the time of year, because on one hand, we're seeing almost like rain and then green, like it's spring, and then we're seeing fall, and then we're seeing snow for winter. So it's also about the seasons, you know, that it's going along with the cycles, the natural cycles of the universe, the natural cycles of the moon, you know, all of that. And maybe you're just getting ready to like plant some really, really big seed, or you're starting something new, starting a new job, a new business, a new relationship. You know, it could be something having to do with something that really is brand new, and you've been planning this and had to have a lot of patience and all of that. And we're getting the King of Pentacles that wants to jump out. So he is the entrepreneur, the businessman. Everything he touches turns to gold, like all of that. He's a leader, you know. So, oh, and your cards just, and look at that, the Ace of Pentacles. There's your seed. There's the potential. There's the opportunity. This is a potent time for you, Pisces. So it's like earth and fire energy coming out for you. I kind of love that. Okay. So let's see what we have for you. The moon. So the full moon in Capricorn is on the 13th, and there may be, you know, there's maybe some anxiety around this, or a little bit of fear, not being able to see the way so clearly. You know, it's the moon represents, it's one of your cards, it's Piscean. So your energy is coming out here, and this is about your intuition, and this is about how things are making you feel, honoring the feelings as they come up. But I really feel like for many of you, it's about overcoming some doubt, overcoming some fear, really facing these things head on. And the Four of Swords, taking a time out to do some resting here. The World, look at that. This is the full moon in Capricorn. So it's a card of Saturn, and I feel like, yes, this is a stubborn energy. You have been waiting for something, to the point where it's like almost a mental or an emotional exhaustion from this, but this is victory. So you're coming up on your victory. It's coming out right underneath that new moon in Sagittarius with the World card. So this cycle is going to complete, and you're going to see where your hard work pays off, where there's victory, there's success. It's hard earned. It really, like when the world comes out like this, it's like Spirit is saying, we have seen you. We've seen you put in the work. We've seen your dedicated effort. We've seen everything that you've been working so hard on, and you're going to have victory around it. Yes, Pisces. Here's that fire energy that's coming out for you. You are a leader. You may be with the King of Pentacles that we saw, and now the King of Wands. This is the business owner, the entrepreneur, the leader, the boss, marching to the beat of your own drum. Have confidence in yourself, Pisces. You've got some serious passion here. And the King of Wands, like, he will stand his ground, okay? If anybody's coming at you, I don't know, whatever that looks like with that moon, it's a bit of a shadow energy, but if anybody can handle the moon, it's a Pisces or like a Cancer, because it's just intrinsic to who you are. And it's more about these cycles. So if there are other forces outside of you that are reflecting some of that doubt, or trying to confuse you, or trying to push you down, or push your light down, or push your passions down, stand your ground. Be in your power. This is like the drumbeat of the earth. It's the beat of your heart. It's the music that you hear inside of you that's pushing you forward. That it's just beautiful. So success and victory. Have confidence, like the King of Wands does. Beautiful. And the Five of Pentacles. So we're going to clarify these, but this is where I feel like you really are, I don't know, it's where you're not afraid to stand on your own. The Five of Pentacles is where we can feel left out in the cold, alone, like there's a lack or there's a scarcity. There may be financial concerns or feelings of abandonment or loss. But this is showing where you're not afraid to stand on your own. You're not afraid to be this leader. You're not afraid to take charge, even if it means that maybe other people will, I don't know, be intimidated by you, or not be there because your light is too bright. Or for some of you, maybe, this is around, maybe you really are starting your own business, or you're really on your own inside of your financial world, and you're not afraid. This is where you overcome the fear of lack. You overcome that fear of not having enough. And because you have success, it's imminent. Stand your ground. Even if people are telling you that like you're crazy for doing this, I feel that these are things that you've worked on for a long time. You've taken the time to plan these things. And again, you may be able to adjust accordingly. There's an element of the timing being right, knowing when the time is right, and focus on the positive. So the Four of Swords is where you may need some extra rest. You may need to ask Spirit for guidance. All of those feathers there. Like I see, like at night while you're sleeping, there's like messages coming from the universe to you, downloads that you're receiving, messages that you're receiving while you rest. So there's a spiritual component here of Spirit wanting you to sort of get some rest and relax, because I feel like the energy is going to shift for you big time, because the world is where we close out a huge, 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 huge cycle. And this may be where there is sort of like this thing, it still feels like there's a great distance, worlds apart, but I feel this King of Wands, like he will not have that. The King of Wands is someone who, he hits the ground running. Like he is not afraid. So this is definitely about overcoming your own limiting beliefs. The Five of Pentacles also shows us that there is help available in the Five of Pentacles. These are agents of chaos that lead to change. So whatever may be feeling like a bit unsure, the moon, you can't see everything so clearly, not really sure how this is going to go. There's with the Five of Pentacles, all of the fives, it's where it brings about great change. So they're catalysts for our change, catalysts for our growth. Perhaps you're, just looking at the world and thinking, oh my gosh, everything is so much more expensive right now. Things seem so much more challenging right now just to get things up and running, just to get that raise, to get that promotion. To have that better relationship with a person. If this is more relational and less transactional, then it's, it can be speaking to, it's even harder to have these like loving relationships. People are really triggered. People's wounding. A lot of people are doing healing. People are going through hard times. Some people don't want to look at their shadow. So it's sort of about like, I'm feeling like releasing control, but at the same time standing your ground, like knowing that you're on this right path. New moon in Sagittarius, focus on the positive. Your path is, you've been committed and dedicated to it. So it's about your courage and your valor to keep moving forward, even if the outside world is telling you this is crazy, or those relationships aren't reflected right back to you in a specific way. So if there is this sort of fear that you're experiencing, this is the month where you're totally overcoming it, right? And I love that you get the King of Wands. You may have strong Leo placements or Aries or Sagittarius. So you may have very strong fire placements, or you're dealing with a lot of fire signs. And I have to show you, there's a beautiful Queen of Wands there for you. So that's at the bottom of the deck. That's amazing. As we get into Leo season at the end of the month, the fire is returning. So that's also a timing card, a timing energy for you as we transition into Leo season. Here's the counterpart, right? And underneath that is the Three of Swords and the Empress. So, this may be, for some of you, there may be like a specific person or relationship in your life where there has been, some obstacles, some challenges, but you're going to be marching on. Stand your ground. You know what's up. That's what I'm hearing. You know what's up. So let's get you a few more cards from the Psychic Tarot, and then we'll pull you some more tarot. So let's go a little bit deeper for Pisces. Because your major arcana is the moon and the world. So that's pretty interesting. It's also related to sort of like maybe some of the shadow that the world is experiencing right now, that part of the polarity. And we get the Hierophant with wisdom. I was feeling this like from that Five of Pentacles, that this is definitely like, again, trust yourself. You have an inner teacher that is with you. It's a teacher within you that wants to emerge. This path that you're on, that you've been patiently planning, standing up for, having to maybe defend, whatever it is, it's part of your highest path. So the Hierophant, yes, this can be about breaking through some of the paradigm that is no longer serving. And I'm sorry if you hear a plane, but I decided to do these from my garage studio this month. So we have some elementals. You may hear birds. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, Pisces. So that may be something for you, because that feels like a smaller plane, right? That's a smaller plane. Maybe some travel on the horizon for you. Travel by air. Okay, yes, so regarding this Hierophant, this can speak to, it's the things that we commit to. So it can be marriage, it's institutions. This could be a company that you're working for inside of your marriage, really focusing on the positive. Maybe you're inside of your relationship, you have been going through some uncertain times around money, and you've been very careful and patiently planning and really watching every, penny that you spend, and really cracking down and not really sure how it's going to go. There's a lot of anxiety and emotion around it. But the message from Spirit with regards to that would be like, you are the leader in this. Be positive, take inspired action, stand up for what you want. And that's sort of your commitment, that you are the leader inside of your family, your relationship. You're the one that brings the wisdom, right? And for others of you, this could be the company that you work for. Maybe you're even worried about the company that you work for, you know, having some lack, that maybe things haven't been going so well. What I want to say about him is that he's the problem solver through inspiration and creativity. So that's going to be really important for Pisces, is to get creative, think outside the box. There is no box, like creative ideas. You have a wisdom about you. It's a big, big wisdom. Trust that, because hard-earned victory, where you have all of the wisdom of, you've traversed the whole world, lots of lessons, lots of karmic lessons. And here, this is the high priest. So you're the one that brings the faith, brings the belief. Sagittarian energy of ninth house of faith and beliefs. And the Hierophant is Taurus. And right now we've got Mars that's in Taurus. So this would represent, let's just say Mars, because it's the masculine, who is fire. And this is Taurus. So Mars in Taurus tells us that it's not Mars in Aries anymore. Does tell us to slow down. So that's a message, is to slow down a little bit. Get into your dreamy, meditative, take your walks. Maybe you're walking at night to clear your mind. We did see this, clear your mind, you know, so maybe you're taking walks at night to clear your mind. You're sitting outside at night with your, you know, cup of tea or your glass of wine, and it's helping you to relax, because Mars in Taurus does tell us to slow down. It tells us to sort of reevaluate what is worth our time and energy, where the value of things is. It's all about value with Mars and Taurus. And those are the things, when you decide what is worth it, what is truly valuable, then that's where you have the inspiration, and that's where you can actually make great strides with a Mars in Taurus transit. So it's about having that wisdom. So I think that there is something about slowing down for a minute. The world, it's like the cycle hasn't yet complete, but there's still going to be a rebirth, like a renewal with that new moon. So have faith, focus on the positive, and understand that you really are this very wise leader within your family, your friends, just even for yourself, your clients, like whatever that looks like. Maybe, you know, maybe you've seen a downturn in some of your business because of all of the inflation and all of that, but do not give up, okay? Do not give up. And we get the emotional withdrawal with the number 8 there. So yeah, I mean, this could be part of this. It's part of this 5 of Pentacles, where, you know, you may have moments, it's Scorpio energy, so you may have moments where you're really feeling the sadness of the world. You're feeling, I don't know, for some of you, maybe there's something that you've had to move on from, or that you feel like you can't let go of. You know, there's something that is keeping you, it's good because you're checking in with your emotions. This is good because, you know, you're looking at where's that 9th cup. Like there's something that I feel you want to transform. There's something that you want to change. So focus on the positive, but allow yourself to feel these feelings. And this is Mercury in Cancer, where it's not super analytical. Yes, there's the mind is important, but allow yourself to think, because the bottom of the deck is the heart chakra, to think with your heart. You're so good at that, Pisces. Underneath that was the 3 of Cups. So where can you celebrate? Where there's, you know, where there's some emotional pain or dissatisfaction, or maybe there is something that's left your life or that you're thinking about leaving, where you can find the celebration, where you can find the joy. Your heart chakra really coming in a big way. Because, you know, you are so heart-oriented, Pisces. You feel it all. But understand that you have this great wisdom, and the wisdom really lies within what you know, what you're committed to. You know, stand your ground about the things that you're really being called to commit to, because that's where I feel that you're going to have a lot of breakthroughs and success and all of that. So I'm going to leave the heart chakra out there for you. And let's get you some more tarot. All right, 2424. I just saw 2424 on the timestamp, so that may mean something to you. We're seeing the 7s here. We're seeing the 5s here. Change, spiritual tests and challenges, wrapping up a big cycle. Okay, so for my beautiful Pisces, thank you, angels. Please help me to guide Pisces further. And now I'm hearing sirens in the background. Funny, it's like airplanes and sirens. So there's your higher self really wants to talk to you about these things. Pay attention to like all of the messages that you receive. Okay. 7 of Swords, so feeling a bit protective over the nest egg, you know what I mean? With this serpent energy that's covered in roses, it is about like shedding old skin but growing new things. That's what I'm seeing here. With the moon and the 7 of Swords, I feel like Pisces, you are starting to see through some of the deception or illusion around some things. You're uncovering a lot of truths, like important truths. And I feel like it's almost like keeping your energy close, protecting your nest egg. It is that sort of seed or the egg that you've been planting and working with. And it's like, it's really important to you. These are things that like you love. These are the things that you value, and discovering the things that aren't so important. So that's what the moon is showing you inside of the moon energy. And that's where your mind does get clear. And she's got her eyes closed here. It's my favorite 7 of Swords ever. Page of Wands. So you may have children, you know, that are involved. Somebody younger. Younger clients, younger people that you care for, all of that. So I feel like it's also, you know, sort of how the King of Wands, right? And I love that these two are kind of together in the same reading. He may be looking at his younger self. So it's a look at your younger self. You know, you have a wisdom with the Hierophant, but this is also about exploring your innocent sense of wonder, the explorer. So it's that magnifying glass of looking out at what is possible. It's a new path with that new moon in Sagittarius. It's a new path that you can walk, that you can explore. It's new solutions. It's new creative ideas. It's new inspiration about how to grow a relationship or your life, your business, whatever. It's how to grow these things in times where, you know, there are challenges. And I love the toucan here because toucan as a spirit animal, their nose acts as like a furnace. So it creates its own warmth. And I think it can also cool itself down. So it's like no matter what season, no matter what cycle, no matter if you're like in a high or a low, that you are the one who can regulate your own energy. And the parrot there, very exotic about your expression, your voice, your creativity, your unique creative perspective, your unique beliefs, all of it. I love the jungle. Maybe some of you are going to be headed to the jungle for a while, going to Central or South America or something like that. Really amazing. I love that this page is coming out for you. 3 of Pentacles, and this is nice. It's brick by brick. It really is. It's brick by brick. The world is a 21. 2 + 1 is 3. So the world is connected to all of the 3s, including the Empress. So this is like, it's just brick by brick. This is the patience and the planning. This is also where I feel that you may be looking at some of your, sorry about that, Pisces, some of your connections, you know, your networking. This is the other people that you're working with, the other people you're collaborating with. This is how you start leveraging yourself all the way up to the 10 Pentacles, you know, where there's no more lack, where there's no more fear of lack. Maybe it's even just a perception of a fear of lack, but it's beautiful. I think that you're going to have very positive people to work with. You may be seeing where some people aren't aligned with you and you're like pulling back your energy. And, you know, maybe that's for some of you where some of the emotional withdrawal, you maybe have been disappointed in some people in your life that they haven't shown up and had the patience and the follow through and the proper planning. And you've maybe had um, disagreements with people in your life about, you know, integrity and the way to do things and all of that. And, you know, so I'm feeling like this is even a change in people, you know, but it's about your discernment with the world and the Hierophant, about really having that amazing discernment about who's in it to win it and maybe who's not. And we get the King of Cups. Wow, Pisces. Wow. And this is the feminine King of Cups. So in this deck, you have, for the kings, there's 2 cards for each king, a masculine and a feminine. And yeah, this is sort of like who gets to pass through, who gets safe passage. It is a card of safe passage here. It's where your emotions are safe. So there may be a Scorpio in your life, King of Wands, King of Cups. Interesting. I feel there's a lot of people, you know, we're definitely seeing a lot of people that are in your life right now, people that you're working with, but it's showing just this, emotional intelligence. I feel that there are strong emotions, like you're definitely feeling the feels, Pisces. And you know, he's at the shore here. Maybe he's waiting for this ship, you know, to come and greet him, and it's gonna enliven his spirit. It's someone maybe he's been waiting for, and she decides who gets that safe passage, because she can just pick the ship up and be like, nope, you don't get to go. We need to have a conversation first before you're allowed to get through. Let's talk about these things, you know. So I don't know, imagine what she's saying to this ship, and why does this ship get to go through but this one doesn't? Maybe she's keeping this one safe. You know, maybe it needed some help. I know these are such strange examples, but that's what they're giving me right now. The octopus as part of her head. So it's the tentacles that can reach out and feel things, right? Octopus, they feel with their tentacles. So you're highly intuitive, highly empathic, very, very psychic right now. So really being aware of that, where you can put your feelers out in many different places. And I think that that's something to be aware of. You can put your feelers out into many different places right now, and pay attention to how things are making you feel. And there may be, you know, something that's been happening with you, Pisces, where inside of your relationships, maybe there have been some more challenging energies. Maybe somebody jumped ship. They just couldn't handle it. They couldn't handle the pressure, something like that. So some heart healing. I'm also feeling like you're doing some heart healing, and a lot of it you're doing through like exploring new groups, exploring new ways to work, new ways to collaborate with other people. I love how the birds are involved there, and that bird has a hammer, and like everybody's just working together in harmony. So I think that that's also very healing for this feminine King of Cups, is to do some of the work in the physical world, to get busy, to remember to rest as well. You do need a lot of rest right now, but also it's like that balance too. And let's get your last card. Oh, yes, Pisces. Yes, look at that. 10 of Cups with that 5 of Pentacles. So it is about the heart. It really is for you. It really is about the heart. So whatever, you know, maybe this is other people being withdrawn emotionally, and you're just like, no, let's feel it all. Like, let's get into our feelings. I feel like, you know, you may have been sort of fighting against this. Why won't you talk? Why won't you open up? Why won't you deal with the emotions? Why? But it's just time to like be patient, and it's time to, you know, just wait for the energies to shift here. Give this person some space if that's resonating for you, or give these people some space, because this is what your outcome is. 10 of Cups with the heart chakra there. So where there is lack, there will not be. This is where it's reciprocated. This is the higher love. It doesn't have to be with another person. You know, this can absolutely be you finding this within yourself, within your own life. Positivity, like just feeling that your life, that the universe is blessing you. Sagittarius, focus on the positive. For some of you, you know, this is the outcome. If you have had someone inside of a relationship where there's been some harder times and they've been a bit withdrawn, I see them really coming back around. I see that they're going to have some kind of a heart awakening. This could be them. this King of Cups here. So, and you will come back together and there will be more harmony. So I feel like in the month of July, a lot is going to be, it's a lot of energy work. That's another thing that I'm seeing. It's a lot of energy work. Don't be a doormat, you know, allow yourself to stand up for yourself where you need to, but be in that positive place because you've got the Ten of Cups. It's a big, big blessing. And at the bottom is the Death card. So that goes along with lots of Scorpio energy with you too, you know, where there is something that's going to transform. Now with the Eight of Cups, it's things we leave, but then we can go back to them, and then we leave, and then we can go back to them. So maybe this is where you're just getting resolution around this. It's like if they're going to stay, they're going to stay. If they're going to go, they're going to go. And this is where maybe for some of you, the Moon card, the uncertainty has been. And this can definitely speak to like, it's a big transformative time for Pisces. You know, it's transforming. You're seeing it in your physical world and you're seeing it in your relationships and in your emotional realm. It's a transformative month for you. So just know that it is all working out absolutely for your highest good. It's blessings. So let's get you some more oracle cards. I'm using the Return of Spirit. These are beautiful fractal cards. So like really, really nice artwork. And let's get you some messages, Pisces. Okay, we're going to take the two that jumped. Yes, that's our King of Wands, confidence. Confidence is key. And that's where you can stay positive because you're just so darn confident. And I almost see like some kind of a Vesica Pisces happening there with an infinity symbol that turns into a heart. So if this is about your relationship, have faith, have confidence, you be the confident one, even if they're not, but not overly where it's like just super egoic. You know, I'm feeling like an unwavering faith and confidence and just this will. Stand your ground, King of Wands, confidence. Like, look at you in your power here, Pisces. Look at that. That is amazing. Super high level for you. Really, really high level. Really strong. I'm surprised we didn't get strength. But see, strength comes out when you need it. And it's almost like this is just innate within you. And then we get prayers. So I think that that's beautiful. You know, it's like taking inspired action where you can, doing what you can to affect the situation, those creative ideas. But also don't forget your attunement and your connection to the divine. You're a Pisces. So your prayers possess power. Look at that. Oh my goodness, Pisces. I love your reading. I have to say, so far, this is my favorite reading, Pisces. So far, it's my favorite reading, okay? And there may be like some people that they're not able to see the truth right now. They can't see what you see. For whatever reason, I think that you're kind of ahead of the game and you're seeing something that they can't yet see. So have patience with them. And the planning part, I don't know. Maybe you're planning something. Whether it's for your job or your business or family or friends or relationship, there is something that you can kind of plan. There is some kind of creative outside of the box idea that you can take charge and you can do this. But not to where you're like forcing anything because you deserve to rest too. And also, there may be someone in your life who's depressed. That's just for one or two of you with the Moon, Four of Swords, emotional withdrawal. I'm sensing that there may, and Five of Pentacles, I'm sensing that there may be someone who is really going through a hard time, okay? And I see it really, really working out for them. I do. I see it working out for them. Okay. So these are the Empath power cards I want to show you. They're super, super cute. I can start before I'm ready. So that's for some of you Piscean empaths. You can start before you're ready. So that may be even some of the fear. And then the Four of Swords where you're like, I can't do it yet. I can't do it yet. Yes, you can. I will not abandon myself. Yeah. Stand your ground. Don't abandon yourself. Even if the emotional withdrawal is happening within you, do not abandon yourself. Show up for yourself, if for nothing else, irrespective of money, success, love, outside of yourself. This goes back to you. A bunch fell out. We're just going to read them one by one. I choose to beam out my light. Yes, indeed. That's why I got all the fire. I can say yes to myself and my needs. Five of Pentacles is where there's some lack, and it can go back to like where we felt abandoned as children from like one of our parents or our caregivers or a teacher or a mentor. With that five of with the Hierophant, it's where like society can let us down, does us dirty, doesn't show up for us. A parent, a mentor, a teacher, a spiritual teacher, an institution that's totally abandoned us. So I will not abandon myself, and I say yes to myself and my needs. I am in charge of my connections. Three of Pentacles. I am in charge of who I get to say who I connect with. Now, I know you might be saying, well, I can't help that I live with this person or work with these people. I get it. We saw the King of Pentacles and the King of Wands. So if you're in a really tough spot of like working with horrible people or I've been there, you can start your exit plan, patience and planning, and that gives you the confidence and the power to say, I'm doing something about it, right? And also just in general, friend groups, whatever, maybe you're withdrawing from some of your groups of your networks because they're just not doing it for you. You're not really connecting anymore. So, and you're making new connections. We saw that Gemini energy, and Venus is transiting through Gemini right now. So it's like, the Gemini energy is connections, the third house of messages and siblings, connections, all of that. With Venus, it's like, yeah, we really want it to be something that feels good. It's Venusian. It's like love. So that's important for many of you. And this is a question you could ask yourself. Is saying yes to this saying no to myself? Because remember, I will not abandon myself. And I say yes to myself and my needs. So this is like a practical way. It's a question you can ask yourself when you're saying these things like, I will not abandon myself. I say yes to myself. And is saying yes to this saying no to myself? So these are some good questions that you could use. And finally, okay, we're going a bit longer this month, so that's fine. So I'm going to get you 3 angel cards, Pisces Sun, Pisces Moon, and Pisces Rising. And I don't know who made these. I got them at Goodwill. They're not signed or anything. So we'll start with Pisces Sun, Pisces Moon, then Pisces Rising. So thank you, angels. Please help me to guide my beautiful Pisces for the month of July. Highest and best messages for Pisces Sun, Pisces Moon, then Pisces Rising. All right. And thank you for being here. And thank you for determining that this is worthy of your time and saying yes to these messages. It truly means the world to me. I think Leo just got this. I think it was Leo rising, and I said it looks like the Christmas or the autumn angel. Actually, it looks more like an autumn angel. So cute. Your passions drive you. Focus on what brings the best results. You have new life-giving energies, Pisces Sun, and bring hope to those you share them with. Go to bed tonight with a quiet plea for clarity. So the moon with the 4 of Swords, going to bed with like a quiet question. It's not even a question. It's just, thank you for bringing me clarity. Thank you for bringing me clarity and vision. Wake up in the morning with pen and paper ready to write down your newly revealed passions and visions. You are powerful beyond your own comprehension. We follow you with great joy on your journey. Trust your intuition always. Super Piscean right there. Trust your intuition. Pisces Moon. She's very pretty. Ooh, Pisces Moon. Angelic healing energies flow over and through you. Movements in the form of dance and yoga are included in our message. You have healing abilities, be they verbal or physical. If you are already in a caregiving profession and you consider further education, the time is now. Learning alternative skills attracts you. Holistic modalities fascinate you. Do research before making up your mind. Ask us specific questions and pay attention to the answers and their implications. When your thoughts are still, write down what you dream about. Interesting. That's beautiful, Pisces moon. And my beautiful Pisces rising. You are filled with a bubbly sense of happiness, self-awareness, and the feelings of being unstoppable. Life is beautiful despite the daily worries. The human experience that an evolved spiritual soul finds difficult at times, you handle better than most. Lift your gaze and open your arms in excitement to celebrate who you are in life right now, in spite of and because of all of your experiences. Good luck on your journey. Talk to us often. We're always here. Pisces rising, this is amazing. This is kind of what I was feeling for a lot of the Pisces, is like, you are handling this time a bit better than some of the people around you or in the world. And so, this bubbly sense of happiness sounds like a Sagittarius. The self-awareness, is very Piscean. The feeling of being unstoppable is very Leo or Aries. And you can see that life is beautiful still, despite all of the suffering and the challenges and all of, it's the polarity, it's the duality. Pisces, you are that. And so you understand it on a very intrinsic soul level. So you are an evolved spiritual soul. And so you're handling these times in a really unique kind of way. So that means that you can help other people, but not to your detriment, because they have to want it, right? They have to be open to receive. So I love you, my dear Pisces. Those were your messages. I know we went a bit long, but it just felt like that was appropriate. Let's look at the bottom. I'm going to look at the bottom. Ooh, look at her. She's got a crystal ball. Okay, this is an important message. She almost looks like a fairy angel or an elven angel, like a tree dryad angel, very elemental, which the angels typically aren't so elemental, but I feel that he or she is. Okay, if you previously lived more in the past and are now trying hard to see what the future will bring, try instead to live and be more present in the present moment. By constantly longing for a better future, you often miss the little gifts and intense experiences that the present moment and daily life give you. Let go a little of control, enjoy life more right now, and know that the future is coming at the pace it is supposed to. Trust the gifts of the universe, the lessons you have to learn, and the meaning of your mission on Earth. And that's beautiful. And that's where you can rest. You rest when you need to. You take inspired action when you need to. I was seeing Pisces like outside at night, just like walking at night or sitting outside at night and just being very present. Exactly. So, all right, my beautiful Pisces, those were your messages. I'm wishing you a wonderful, wonderful month ahead. I love you so much. Take good care, and I will talk to you all soon. Namaste.